Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So here I am coming up with a small tutorial on how to create round ducts uh, inside. So let's start. So very first of all, how you are going to create is like you should always take the unit setup. You can go into customize. Let's take a unit setup. Let's take it as fractional feet, or you can take it into inches. That's the US standard over here, and take it as an international and click OK over here. So if you have any kind of ducts over here, so it's like if you see in the interiors, you see many kind of ducts over here. So how you're going to create it is like, so let's take a line. So what I'll be doing over here is like, I'll go into a line and let's take a line tool over here. So for example, after I take a line over here, I'll draw a line, I'll go into this line, go into rendering, and how much thickness I need is like, for example, if you have a diameter of 500 mm over here for this, so how much it will if you give a conversion on it. So after conversion, it's like 500 mm diameter will come around into inches as 21.5 inches. So what I can do is I can go into this and I can set it to 21.5 inches over here. So once you set this as 21.5 inches over here, you can just push it up. After pushing this, let's go into this. Let's go into the vertices. Select the vertices, and you also have an option over here. So for example, not taking a 500, let's take it to a half. Around, if I take it to half of 21.5 inches, that comes to around, that's a 250 mm diameter. That's around 10.75 inches of it. So let's take a 10.75 inches. Again, go into this, and we have an option called, that's called a fillet option. So how much fillet you want to give, you can just set up a fillet. So for example, if you want to set up a fillet of 5 inches, you can set up a fillet over here. So once you set up a fillet, you see that you get a curve over here. So you don't need to create the individual elements over here. So if you want to create this, you can just create it in this way. After that, again I'll go onto this view over here. Again I will take again a line over here. I'll again take a line over here. After taking a line, if I want that, I want to make this as half of it. So what was it? That's your 10.75. So I'll 10.75 divided by 2, that comes to 5.3. So for example, if I set its thickness to 5.3 over here, I'm sorry, select this 5.3, so that would be a half of it. So if you want that, let's not take it as half, we can just take it to around 7.5. That's much better over here. You can just push this over here. After pushing this stuff over here, let's go into this, go into the vertices. Let's select the vertices over here. Let's just push it over here. After that, if you want to join it more over here, you can also go with this. Again, take one more line. You can take one more line, which would be of if you want that, it should be of a same dia. So you can just select this. Let's copy this, select this. I think it's of same. So if you require that it should be much smaller, you can go with it. So you can go with that way. So let's go down. Afterwards, what I can do over here is like, you can go into this, you can just push it up in this way, right click on it and convert to editable poly. So after you convert this to editable poly over here, I can go into this. Let's select this First remove this edges by pressing Ctrl and backspace. Select the polygons over here, and I can go into this and you have a bevel option. So you can also set this bevel part. So you can push it up. How many inches bevel you need, you can just set this bevel over here accordingly. Just set this bevel part. You can push it up and down, this bevel part, and let's click OK. So once you have beveled this part over here, you can again use a bit of inset. You can just inset this part, and you can again use a bit of bevel, but this time the bevel we can just push it more inside in this way. Again you can use a bit of inset, and again you can go out and let's use the bevel option. So you can just push it out. Again you can use the inset, again bevel it. You can just push this inside of it. So right click and just end isolate this part. So now if you require, you can just select this part. Let's convert to editable poly. Let's use a bit of swift loop over here. Let's go into the edges. Select this edges over here. So I have one more tutorial in my, if you check my KO tutorials, I have one video where you can easily attach these two elements. Okay. So I'll select this part, and if you require to give a bit of chamfer to it, you can just give a bit of chamfer to it and just click OK. After that, if you want to go with this loops, you can just select this loops over here, and let's just give a connect. Or if you also have an AutoCAD file, you can go with the file also, not a problem. So I'll just show you few of it. So you can just select this, just drag it over here. So in the same way we are going to repeat this part. So again select this edge, ring it, ring that part, and we can also use a bit of bevel over here. Control and click on this polygons, and let's go into this and let's give bevel by local normal and just reduce this stuff and reduce it to very less. It's all up to you how you can set it. So you can just set it accordingly to wherever you want. So no use, it's like whenever you're making such kind of a curve, you please make it through one only. So that would be much better. So definitely you can also adjust this height and whatever you want. So you can just select this and you can just easily push it up. So if you have something like a hollow stuff over here, you can go into this, and finally you can convert to poly. Select this, and you can also use a bit of inset, and if you want to delete it, you can easily delete it. So that can be easily done. If it is open, you can keep it open. If it is closed, you can keep it closed. Also, it's up to you over here totally. So now again, if you go into this and again if I take a line over here, and again if my dia is 10.75 over here, I can just push it up over here in this way. And if you think that I have one more where I can just duplicate this, and its dia is around 12, I can just make it 12 over here. After you're done with this, now what I can do over here is like, I can just select this convert to editable poly over here. Let's select this edges, select this and this, control and backspace, select this. So very first of all, just attach this two. Now select this polygon and this polygon, and you have an option over here that's called bridge. So now if you look at this, you will see that the dia of this is 10.75 inches and the diameter of this is 12.75, as you can see over here. So in this way you can use such kind of stuff whenever it is required over here, so that can be easily managed. So if you have still one more part of it, so let's just undo it. So let's again go into this. So if you have one more part of it whose dia is much lesser than this, so if you have something over here, so like make sure you are taking it or you are properly aligning it, you can press Alt A, and isolate, Alt A, and you can just align it properly. So if you think that for this my dia is much bigger over here, so for example, as I explained to you, if you have a dia of 15, you can just keep it 15 over here, you can just push it much closer. So again I can go into this convert to editable poly. Let's go into this edges over here, remove this edges. So let's select this, and first let's attach this all, select this polygon, and let's just bridge it. So same way, select this polygon and this polygon and just bridge it. So now if you look at it, you will see that this dia is different, this dia is different, and this diameter is different. So you can utilize such kind of a stuff in this way, which will be very beneficial for you. Also with a reference, also you can import with a CAD file over here. You can easily import the CAD files over here, and you can do that. So you can easily import the CAD files if you have. So you can just import those files and definitely you can work over here. So if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section. So thanks for watching this tutorial.